Spine the long way. And lie back on it. If you want to take your arms out wide, palms up. Depending on how you feel. If you're feeling a little quiet today and that seems like it's the right place to be, then maybe rest your hands on your belly. Feel your breath. Your belly. We're well focused today on humming love, generating love. Romantic love is beautiful, but it's really about cultivating love, like you do compassion and joy and happiness. So this beginning posture is a heart opener. And as you lie here, we connect with our breath. Relax your face. Unclench your teeth so your teeth aren't even touching. Let go through your chest and your arms. And if we focus on the heart chakra, it's right at the center of our chest. And it's associated with the color green or blue. Imagine this beautiful light that emanates from the center of your chest, right inside of your body, so it radiates out the front, the back, up and down. And as we connect with our breath, we use our breath to increase the flow of that energy, so it washes up over our whole body, through every cell. And as much as you can, just feel yourself soften every exhale. In and out through the nose, belly expanding on the inhale, and falling on the exhale. I'm reading from Louise Hay, her book, You Can Heal Your Life. She writes these beautiful poems, prayers, however you want to look at them, to ourselves, right? So these are things that we would bring into our hearts and allow it to integrate into our being. So as I read it, as much as you can, silently repeat the words to yourself. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I live in harmony and balance with everyone I know. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it, and my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs, and it's a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. And some other thought patterns or affirmations that you can repeat to yourself. My heart beats to the rhythm of love. I bring joy back to the center of my heart. I express love to all. One that reminds me of Ram Dass. Joy, joy, joy. I lovingly allow joy to flow through my mind and body and experience. More deep breaths here. And when you're ready to move, go ahead and roll up onto your right side. Just curl up into a ball on your right side. Curl up as much as you can. Take a couple breaths there. And after those couple breaths, you can go ahead and roll over onto your left side and curl up there. Just go slow. Stay with your breath. Be aware of your body and how it feels. Take a few breaths on this side. body. You can roll onto your back with your knees and your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs, just gently holding your legs. Your feet are next to each other, so your ankles are uncrossed. And if it feels natural for you, slowly rock from side to side. We'll take that rocking back to center. Let's reach between the legs for our feet and draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, holding on to either your shins or your feet, wherever your flexibility allows you to hold in a reclined cobbler's pose. So we're pressing the knees open, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears, back toward the mat. Turn your head slowly from side to side. Let it go through the neck, the shoulders. Breathing nice and deep and slow. And bring your head back to center. And let's refocus again on pressing the knees open, lengthening the spine on the mat so you find a little more depth when you press your tailbone down toward the mat. Take a deep breath. And let's bring this into our happy baby. Soles of the feet up toward the ceiling. Knees drop down, tracking towards your outer ribs and armpits. And again, we're holding on where our flexibility allows. So it could be behind the knees, your ankles, your feet. And this is another place where you check in. Maybe a static hold feels right, or maybe some rocking from side to side feels better. If you're rocking, take it slow. And we're really just moving the lower body in the rocking. Get that deeper stretch in the hips and the low back. And let's take it back to center. And we'll extend our legs up toward the ceiling. Let's extend the arms too, and we'll roll the wrists and the ankles a few times in each direction. And take a deep breath, keeping your arms lifted, your legs lifted. And with the right hand, go ahead and reach toward your right toes, even if your head lifts up off the mat a little bit. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. And left hand, inhale, lift toward the left toes, and exhale, lower. And if you want both hands, reach, maybe they touch your toes, inhale, and exhale. Now let's wrap our arms around our legs, or you can just hold behind your knees again, just listening to where your flexibility is. Your knees can slightly bend here, and we'll rock from side to side. Engage your core slightly so you can control the movement. Stay with your breath. We'll come back to center, arms out wide, bend your knees in towards your chest. Let's inhale together. And on the exhale, twisting over to the left side. So stay easy in your body. As you come into this twist, slowly turning your head to the right side. Palm of your right hand turns up toward the ceiling. And you can slide that arm overhead a little bit more. The arm stays on the floor or the mat, but you're lifting it kind of up toward your ear, sliding it overhead. And breathe your belly breath. A little more focus on the exhale. So on the exhale, we draw the navel back toward the spine. And in that drawing back, you might feel a little pressure in your low back, and that's exactly where you want to be with that breath. So we're toning the nervous system, bringing it into that relaxation response. So our body can function properly as we move it in these different shapes and postures. And this helps realign the energy and bring harmony and balance to the functioning. Let's take one more breath here. On your next inhale, take your right knee back to center first, followed by the left. And we'll twist over to the right side. Once your legs drop over, slowly turn your head to the left side and extend that left arm overhead. Your right hand can rest on your legs, giving it a little more depth to the twist just from the weight of your hand. Connecting with your belly breath. One more breath here. When you're ready to come back, left knee comes back first, followed by the right, and we'll keep our knees out wide and rock the legs from side to side. And now bringing the knees, the legs back together, let's make circles. Circling the knees a few times in each direction. Take it back to center. Planting your feet on the mat, slide your legs out wide, maybe to the width of your mat or wider. Take your arms out wide so we come into a restorative star pose. You can point your toes, reach through your fingertips. Breathe deep, breathing into your whole body as you take this nice expanded posture. Draw the breath up on your inhale all the way up to your chest. Really feel your breath moving through your whole body. Take one more breath here. Let's bring it back in so we can roll off to one side and support ourselves up to a seated position. We'll come into an easy cross leg. Pulling from last week's practice, warming up the spine even more. Fingertips to shoulders. Let's roll the shoulders first. Big circles with the elbows. Lift and lower the head. Change direction. We'll take it back to center, elbows out wide, slowly twisting from side to side. Let your head move with you. And then we gradually increase the speed of the twist. So keep your eyes closed and focus on your spine. So that way you're staying within your practice. You're not over twisting, you're staying at a pace that works best for you. Sitting up nice and tall. This movement begins to warm up the whole upper body, the hips, down the IT band to your knees. Faster and faster, don't be afraid to go at a pretty quick pace. Take it back to center. Release your hands down. 3-part breath here. Let's inhale, expanding the belly. Drawing the navel back toward the spine as we continue to inhale. The breath rises up to the chest. We'll hold the breath, a gentle hold. No pressure in the face, the eyes, the ears. Whenever you're ready to exhale, keep a controlled exhale down from the chest, through the ribs, back to your belly, drawing the navel back toward the spine. Moving into a seated cat-cow, using the arms as an extension. Inhale as you reach it up, lift your chin, finding that little arch in your low back, and then exhale as you round your back. So you're reaching forward, rounding, leaning as far back as you can. Inhale, start from your tailbone. So you're using your pelvis, your hips to make these movements. Exhale as you round. Inhale. And exhale. Just start to move at your own pace. Again, just gradually speeding up the pace. This warms up the whole body. If your arms get tired, you can always do it with your hands on your knees. Inhale up together, big reach here. On your exhale, come into a fold, hands come down, support yourself. Drop in, you can round your back, drop your head. And really connect with that release in the back of your neck. Deep breathing. One more deep breath here. We're going to open this up to a twist. So take your right hand and really extend through that right arm. And let's lift the left arm up toward the ceiling. Do your best here to connect with your twist. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. And breathe. Inhale together. Exhale, circle your left arm back down, planting into your left hand, and we'll reach the right arm out and up. Again, just see where it takes you. Inhale together. On your exhale, circle it back down. Walk your fingertips away. Try to elongate this forward fold. For one more breath. And let's inhale and roll it back up, reaching your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here. We'll breathe. Let's extend the legs out in front. So remember which leg you have in front, because we're going to come back to easy cross leg. So put that in your memory the best that you can. Shake it out here. Give our legs a little break. Let's inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Again, a gentle fold. Find some movement here. Rock from side to side. Bend it straight in one leg at a time or both legs together. Just really think about creating more space in the body. Use your breath. Breath and small movements. And we'll inhale, roll it up, keeping the arms down this time. And let's fold the legs back in, opposite leg out in front. As we come back into our seated cat-cow, optional arms, we'll inhale, finding the arch. Exhale to round your back. Either way, just think about these movements originating. They both start forward and back at the hips, the pelvis, and that rolls you through the spine. Inhale up together, reach your arms up, you can bend down, and exhale, come into your fold. Easy in your fold, or you can extend out, just listen to your body and where you want to be. You always have options to change it up. One more breath here. And then coming up halfway for our twist this time. So extending through the left arm. Let's reach the right arm out and up first. Breathe in your twist. A little more emphasis on the exhale, navel back toward the spine. One more breath. And let's circle this right arm back down. And we'll take the left arm out and up. And breathe. Inhale. On your exhale, release. And swim it out here. So take your right arm, circle it forward, up, back, and around. And then we'll switch left arm, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin to rise up a little more. And continue to circle the arms with your breath. I'm coming all the way up. Come back to center, taking your hands back behind you. Lean back a little bit, lift the heart, lift the chin. Breathe deep into that heart space. One more breath. Take it back to center, rocking forward onto your hands and knees. Keeping your knees out wide, big toes touch. Let's sit back into our wide leg child pose. Deep breathing. Take one more breath here. When you're ready to rise, come back up to hands and knees. Back to our table. Spread your fingers out wide, wrists under the shoulders. Let's slide the left leg back, keeping the toes on the mat. Really extend through the heel so you connect with that nice stretch and release through the calf, into the hamstring. Engage your core, keep the shoulders strong, lift your head, lift your chin. Take a breath here. Next inhale, lift the left leg. Lightly point your toes. So you're lifting, you're extending, you feel that engagement into the left glute. The core stays strong. And if you're feeling it this morning, you can come into your full spinal balance. Right arm comes out, thumb points up. Stay with your breath. Let's inhale. On your exhale, releasing back to table. And go ahead and round your back, drop your head, and rock your hips from side to side. Tuck your toes so you get even more release through the low back and sacrum. And we'll take that rocking back to center. Your head continues to hang. And let's turn it from side to side. And forward and back, lift and lower. Good, back to center. Tops of the feet back to the mat. Lift your head, slide the right leg back, toes into the mat. Reaching through the heel again to connect with that nice release in the calf, the hamstrings. Core is engaged, shoulders strong. When you're ready, lift that right leg. Lightly point the toes, spread them out. So you're reaching through the sole of your foot. And if you're going there, left arm comes out for full spinal balance. And breathe. Let's inhale together. On your exhale, releasing. Come down to your forearms. Let's lightly interlock the fingers. Round your back, head hovers just above the mat. Maybe walk your knees in toward your head a little bit more and tuck your toes for that deeper rounding, releasing all the muscles along the spine. Let's take one more breath here. And we'll come back to a neutral spine, staying down on the forearms. Let's plant the palms of the hands so arms are parallel, lifting your head to take your gaze between your hands. And our knees are under the hips, so you might need to walk them back a little bit if you walked them in. We're going to keep the shoulders engaged, so you press into your forearms, your shoulders stay nice and strong. And let's extend the left leg back behind us here. And go ahead and flex your foot so your toes are pointing down toward the mat. And we'll bend the leg, sole of the foot points up toward the ceiling, lifting the knee and little pulses in that lift, pressing the sole of the foot up toward the ceiling. Just remember to breathe, creating a little heat on the back side of the body. Next inhale, press it up and hold. And on your exhale, releasing your knee back to the mat. Rounding once again, head drops down, hovers above the mat. Walk your knees in, tuck your toes. Take a deep breath. And we'll come back to our neutral spine again, knees under hips, lifting your head, shoulders strong, right leg comes out. Flex your foot, bend the leg, sole the foot up toward the ceiling. Good, little pulses in that lift. Lift and lower. And breathe. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Coming back up to hands and knees. Let's bring it into our barrel roll here. Big circle. So you might take your knees out wide. Set yourself up where you like to be set up here in this movement so you can really circle through the hips, the shoulders. You can close your eyes and really connect with the movement. Slow transition to change direction. Sitting back toward your heels, but not quite in child's pose. You want to stay lifted enough so that way you can draw your chin toward your chest and extend your arms. Take a deep breath there. Inhale as you roll it back up to table. Tuck your toes if they're not already tucked. And let's come up to down dog. And we'll shorten our down dog, step it in a little bit. They feel the weight shift back toward your legs, not so much in your upper body. Take a deep breath. Up your elbows. Let's bend and straighten one leg at a time. Rock your hips. Connecting with your twist. As your left knee bends, look under your right arm. Right knee bends, look under your left arm. Breathing into your belly. Come back to center. We'll step our feet out to the width of our mat. Walk our hands back toward our feet a bit, but we'll still stay in our down dog. It's just a really short, wide leg down dog. So now you can feel the weight. Shift it back toward your heels, your hips. Working to straighten the legs a little more. Maybe your toes are turning slightly. Really lighten up through the arms, the shoulders. Let your head hang. Take a breath. Gallop to your toes. Reach your hips high. Exhale, release your heels down. And go ahead and heel toe your feet back to hip width. Walk your hands forward again. Take them into your down dog. And let's set the knees down. Coming back to table. Lift your head, take a breath, let that blood flow even out. And we're going to take our right foot forward in between the hands. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee. And let's walk it out wide. So we come out to really wide legs. And let's soften the knees here as we drop into our fold. So your knees are bent, you're pigeon-toed in a little bit. Your head releases down. Breathe into your belly. Take one more breath here. Good, and let's slowly roll up to standing. Inhale as you rise, roll through the spine. And let's reach the arms out and up, turning your feet out. And we're going to settle back into just a gentle goddess pose. So you don't have to sink down as low as you usually do, but maybe half of that. Relax the shoulders. Good. Elbows are lifted just above the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Connect with your breath. Connect with finding ease in your body. A true seat of stillness. Into your body. Next inhale, let you rise, straighten the legs, reach your arms up. Turn your toes straight ahead so they're not out wide. Good. Let's exhale and dive into our fold here. Feel free to bend your knees if you need to as you come down. And we'll inhale to a halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. Maybe lift your toes. And exhale back to your fold. And let's walk our hands over toward the right leg so we can come back to our lunge at the top of the mat. Setting your back knee down. Let's take the right knee back to meet the left and sit back into child's pose. And deep breaths. One more breath here. When you're ready, you can rise up to table. We move through variations of pigeon and other things connected to it. So let's take the left knee forward. Go ahead and slide the left knee forward. Extending your right leg way back behind you. Maybe the shin kind of comes forward a little bit depending on your flexibility. And we're halfway lower. So walk your hands out so we're not too high up. And let's rock from side to side here. You could even let your head hang. And just stay with your breath, making that connection with the left hip, the hamstrings, opening through the right hip flexor. Back to center and stillness. Deep breath. Down to forearms. Another deep breath here. At some point, you'll figure out where your holding place is, your resting place. If from here you feel like you have a little more extension, maybe you lower down, extending the arms out. Keep the body supported. You might tuck a block under the left hip or under your forehead. Ease up in your body wherever you feel there's tension trying to build. Breathe into it. Take one more breath here. Get ready to release. Walk your hands back to that halfway point again. Inhale, their head to center. On your exhale, slowly look over the left shoulder. Maybe a little tiny side bend there. Inhale back to center. Exhale over the right shoulder. Teeny tiny side bend. Inhale back to center. We can walk our hands further back so we can slide it into table. And go ahead and extend your left leg back behind you, toes into the mat. Connect with the stretch, the release through the calf. And we'll inhale, lift the leg and the knee. Lift the knee up toward the ceiling and let it come over to the right side. So we'll release the hip flexor. And breathe. Now extend the leg back out behind. And exhale, release your knee down. Couple rounds of cat-cow to let go through the low back before moving on to the other side. Coming back to center. When you're ready, right knee slides up, left leg back. Hands are halfway out. We can rock from side to side. Again, you can let your head hang, or maybe this time you bring in more of that side bending. As your hips rock to the right side, look over the left shoulder. As they rock to the left side, look over the right shoulder. Slow. Stay mindful of how your body feels. Back to center. Coming down to our forearms. Relaxing the body. Deep breath here. Or extending out a little more. That's where your practice takes you. One more breath here. Come up slow. We'll slide the right knee back to meet the left. Taking the right leg back behind us, toes in. Feel the release through the calf first. Lifting the leg, bending. Knee lifts towards the ceiling as the leg moves over to the left side. Your core engaged. Your breath even. Now extend it back out behind you. And exhale, releasing your knee back down. Let's come up to a seated position. And we'll all take a seat on a small bolster. It's going to come into a seated posture that helps to open up the lines of energy. We've done it before when we do our purification breath. So we're just going to focus on coming into that posture. So either easy cross leg, maybe a half lotus if you can get one foot up on the opposite thigh. Full lotus, be my guest if that's available to you. And we're going to make our fist, our Vajra fist. So thumb, tip of your thumb to the base of your ring finger. The other finger is curling around the thumb. And then we're going to tuck our hands right at that crease, right at the groin. So the palms are facing up and our wrists are bent. And we're going to work to straighten the arms here. Let the shoulders pop up. Drop your chin. Let the straightness of your arms straighten your back as you connect with your breath. Relaxing again. Unclench your teeth. Take your tongue to the back of your teeth, your upper teeth. Breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe some breath retention if that feels comfortable for you today. After the inhale, you hold your breath for as long as you can. Just taking care that you're able to control it on the exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths here. your arms, your hands, your wrists. Moving slowly. Let's take some time in our original posture when we were lying back on the bolster. So go ahead and take yourself back to that heart opener. If it's comfortable for you to have soles of the feet together, knees out wide here, then you can take that position. Otherwise, do what's right for your low back. Maybe your feet stay planted on the mat, feet apart, knees together, or your legs can just extend straight out. Just allowing yourself some time to experience that inner freedom, joy. Another passage from the leaves. So again, silently repeat this to yourself and take it in, make it personal. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I no longer choose to believe in old limitations and lack. I now choose to begin to see myself as the universe sees me, perfect, whole, and complete. The truth of my being is that I was created perfect, whole, and complete. I will always be perfect, whole, and complete. I now choose to live my life from this understanding. I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. All is well in my world. Stay here for as long as you like, or when you feel it's time to make that shift to Shavasana, then move slow and set yourself up comfortably. And some small movements. Stretches. Taking whatever time you need before rolling over onto your right side. Rolling up there. Feeling calm. Pleasant, staying creative. Supporting yourself back up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Hands at heart center. And stay in the essence of love, becoming love, extending that out to one another. Imagine how you are the generator of love. It's an infinite well. Bow our heads down toward our hearts to honor the wisdom within.